haven't been this anxious about recording a YouTube video in a while, maybe since my first YouTube video. Even then, I didn't feel that nervous because I knew I would post edit that a lot, and I knew that I can always delete this. This thing I will not be deleting, and I will not be editing this. This will go raw. This is 100 days of monk mode, my personal monk mode. And I'm gonna jump in the rules in around 30 seconds so you can switch to that moment. Until then, I'll explain why is this unusual. First of all, this is a bit more personal than we used to post on the agency's account, and I was considering whether I should be posting that at all, whether I should put this on my personal account, on the reels, on stories, whether I should reveal all the information or not. So we'll see how it goes. Today I've completed my first day of 100-day monk mode challenge, and I intend to keep up. And since I'm publishing this, I create sense of accountability in front of you guys, so it will keep things moving. Now, the rules that I am about to follow, and I am following at the moment, are 4 rules that are concerning my personal life, and 2 rules that are concerning directly the agency. All things are intersected, so let me read them. The first thing is no dopamine. By that I mean no alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, series, films, music. Music is allowed only for runs, long runs. I intend to do like 10 kilometers or something, and I will remove music gradually from runs as well, but I cannot run without music for now. Then no sugar are allowed, no social media as well, like no Instagram, no nothing. I just deleted all the apps, but I have a problem of I have to figure out how to post content on all these media platforms and not consume anything, so we'll figure that out. And what are the exceptions? I have 2 exceptions. The first one is coffee, because I'm gonna have to do a lot of work, and sometimes it might be needed. And today I drank 3 cups of coffee. Like, I had periods when I did not drink coffee at all, but today it was like my several months record of all time. And then another exception is educational videos on YouTube. Definitely, we need that as business owners, because sometimes we unexpectedly have to learn all about sales, about stuff, but this is in off work time or just specifically for work purposes. Also, educational podcasts only in off work time. Today I haven't listened to anything. Another thing, it's actually hard. I wanted to comment on that. It's actually hard, and I had Instagram app still on the phone. I had to post content today, so like accidentally you can stumble upon some post, but that was not perfect, but I just managed not to go on any apps, and I'm really proud of this day. The second rule is 30 minutes of sport every day. The third rule is 10 minutes of meditation every day. Sport I didn't do today. Okay, we'll talk about this first day later. The fourth rule is 6 hours of sleep and more. More is better, just minimum. And eating organic food, like balanced diet. The rule number 5 is 3 blocks of 4-hour working blocks. Okay, so 3 times I work for 4 hours a day. And the last rule is 1 block for money making moves. By that I mean lead generation in the agency, sales, and strategy decisions. Because I still carry a lot of responsibilities that are not only strategic, that are executional more, that are more focused on small details, and sometimes I miss the big picture, so I really have to focus on that right now. Now, tasks before the monk mode that I completed. First is have the goal for this monk mode, like what am I trying to reach with this goal, and I'll tell you later. Plan the tools for reaching this goal. A detailed plan for first month, and then approximate plan for months 2 and 3. Start documenting the journey on social media or on the YouTube, just to be accountable. Tell my people, by that I mean warn your friends or family that you might be ignoring them a bit more, or you not because you're a rude person, because you are focused on this specific task. Maybe you will miss some of the occasions or celebrations. That's what I did, and I'm a bit sad about like missing some big events for my close people, but I am intentional about reaching this goal, and people who are close and all my people will understand. Make visuals about yeah, so this visuals I made pictures for my phone and for laptop with my goal so that I would never forget them and with the rules, but these are optional. And define what is my rest time. And yeah, I also had a problem with defining how do I post content, as I said, without entering social media, but I figured out that gonna have allocated time for that in a day. Now, what are my and agency's goals for this period is earn $10,000 from premium branding clients in 100 days. The second goal is build a powerful, stable agency's brand and connected team, meaning have clients texting us, not us searching for clients all the time. We will definitely have system in place of searching clients, but having people who are addressing you themselves is far better than any other lead generation process. And the third goal is personal, build strong mind and body. And by that I mean enter a new level financially, mentally, and philosophically. Philosophically? Okay. Physically. I meant physically, I guess. Financially, mentally, and physically. And here is general rule, like general goal, and then I have more specific goals for each month. I'm not sure I'm gonna reveal these monthly goals for you, or weekly goals. I also have like weekly goals for the first month, just because they are a bit boring and they are too personal for me. But I'm gonna tell you one example. Right, for 1 week, let's say for personal goal, like for physical mental strength, I have run 10 kilometers and learn to do one pull-up. So I'm being blurry about general goal for 3 months, but I do have these small specific milestones that are helping me reach the goal. So by being strong mentally and physically, I mean specific things like run 10 kilometers and then I increase this milestone. Then I wanted to tell you the insights from my first day, and I'm gonna have a small monologue first. My experience. It has been hard, more mentally hard, more in my head, more like David Goggins hard. Not to that level, because I'm still sitting comfortably at home with a laptop, just casually working, doing my daily tasks. But you're struggling mentally when you're not consuming dopamine that you're so used to. You're constantly thinking, I wanted that candy. Oh, I watched that series and I didn't finish watching that. And I'm like, I wonder what would happen to that hero to the character in series number 7. Because I never watched that series. And then I'm like, oh, like a week ago I partied and that was so cool. I so love my friends. I so want to meet them. And like these thoughts when you're working are so, how do you put that, seductive? But you have to do the task and you have to be here to have to be focused, and you cannot turn on the music, you cannot turn on the series to distract yourself. You're here with your thoughts, and I feel like I had so many thoughts this day. I feel like I've processed all of them so that in 3 days I'll be like filtered as a white empty paper, and I'm really glad about that. So now also about feeling of these 3 work blocks. So the first 4 hours were really easy. I woke up at, I also have my schedule. Haven't I told that to you? Okay, I skipped that for some reason. I have a daily schedule. My daily schedule looks like this. I wake up at 4 a.m. Until 5 I have to do the breakfast, to like wash my face, to do all the morning procedures, morning exercise, and meditate 10 minutes. It's actually easy. When you are in a village, I went outside at okay, if I'm honest, I woke up at 4:40. So I was late for my first work vlog and I had to sacrifice the break. But it's okay because I went a bit late. So I woke up at 4:40. I went outside and it was so peaceful. It's like in a village. It's a little bit dark yet at the dawn, and oh my god, it's so magical. Like, it was easy for me to meditate for 10 minutes. Maybe I was sleepy, still. Then from 5 to 9 is my first working block, and I call it maker block. This is time for writing, for like creating, for quality work, for creating design, for writing a book, for writing a script, for thinking about strategy, like for something really deep. And today I was working on some marketing materials for client in crypto. So that was pretty productive and that went really easy and really creative, and I felt like I am out of my creative crisis that happened to me in the last months. And then I had a break for like an hour, to also have a snack or like do something. And then I'm entering another working block, which starts from 10 a.m. and goes to 2 p.m. And I'm sorry for all the sound that you might be hearing. It was a blog that is dedicated for money making moves, and I was focusing today on the partnership program. I prepared the PDF, like partnership proposal, and targeted ad script for real. It's really interesting. Partnership, I wrote script. That's a really huge spoiler. It's gonna be interesting, real, when I record that. I wrote a script about, are you feeling lost on the faraway island like a little princess who has to chase clients in the jungles? Like, jump on our savior partnership. And the sheep is like it's called partner, and that's gonna be me like swimming on the sheep on some ocean or river, and owners of the agency, who are we targeting and who are we trying to partner up with, are gonna jump on this partnership. So that's my creative brain came up with this fun stuff. And because the task was pretty creative, I sometimes come up with tasks for myself and I call it work. Then it's funny, but it was creative, it was really productive, it went also good. Then I had a little bit of healthy lunch and bigger break, and here start going, like things start going not perfectly, because I have to, like, I'm tired. I have to get another cup of coffee. I am going on a break. I'm interrupting my work. I'm feeling not in the mood to work. And that's on the third block, things are starting to fall off. But the third block is, for me, project management. So I manage all the communication with clients or things that also might come up urgently during the day. And I'm telling you, I was thinking that I wasn't gonna make it, but I did, and I completed all 12 hours of deep work without any distractions today, and I'm super proud of that. After 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. last work block, I have around 2 hours allocated for sport, and then I have to record my insight from the day and go to sleep and start all over again. So right now I'm wasting my sport time to record this video for you, and I wanted to say that it feels like a rest from sport, but I would rather be maybe doing sports. Once in my life I was planning and dreaming of recording YouTube videos, and I was thinking how glamorous that is, how cool that is, that to have a YouTube, to have videos recorded and blocked. Now I have around 600 and even more videos posted on YouTube, but these include a lot of shorts. So long format videos, I have like a bit less than 100. It's a lot. It documents almost whole year, and I see myself in different states. And why am I saying that? Because recording YouTube is also a work. Maybe I'm slacking right now, cutting myself some slack because I had a hard work day and I'm not in the mood for edited YouTube video. Maybe I wanted to talk to somebody, but it feels like work a little bit. I have to be structured. I have to talk sense, not go with the flow and do the monologue here. So I told you my schedule, right? 4 to 5 a.m. meditation, breakfast. 5 to 9 a.m. is first work block, maker time. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is second work block, money making moves, lead generation, sales strategy. From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the third work block, which includes project management, like just manager time, having calls. Leila Mozi suggests we stack the calls from the end of our working day, because that's when you have less energy for some focused work, deep work, and more energy for communication. And lastly, I have 2 hours from 7 to 9 a.m. for sport, and I go to bed. Such a fun day for monk mode. Well, that's why I call it monk mode. I'm gonna have exception for Sunday, because Sunday is gonna be for content creation. So this is gonna be 3 blocks of content creation. Maybe I'll be going outside in the nature. Maybe I'll be more talking and having more adventurous time. And I'm also gonna have a different schedule for Saturday, because that's strategy day, planning, strategy analysis of content, and changing all the stuff. Now we are moving on to the insights from my first day. It was a little bit scary. It was hard, but I'm proud of myself. Now let's read what I wrote here. We are anxious to make moves without analysis, thinking, clarity, and the goal. They are all waste. We really want to do something. When we're living our life, just getting philosophical here, we go into work, or we already, like people who are going to work, they live in regret because they haven't left the work and haven't pursued the thing that they like, right? And people who pursued the thing that they like are living in anxiety because they are worried about making monthly paycheck and all this stuff. So that's me living in anxiety. Now, many people really are anxious about starting doing something, starting making the moves. Just start, okay? But when you're starting and haven't thought it through, that's gonna be a waste. And I have been starting out monk mode several times when I failed. When I just woke up in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna be starting monk mode today. I kind of know all the rules, general, so I'm gonna start it today. And since I did not prepare myself, not mentally, I haven't warned people around me, I haven't cancelled meetings or friends, I haven't did any preparation, those monk mode failed. So that's why I was supposed to start monk mode on Monday, but I did that on Tuesday because on Monday I had a train and I had to plan the stuff. I had a lot of things, so I almost fell off my chair. So preparation is a must. If you do not have enough experience doing this stuff, you really would rather take another day. You will not lose anything, but you gotta make the decision when you are sure. Now, another insight that I had today is I start monk mode again. I clear my space for new levels. All the stuff that I was saying here was pretty restricted, disciplined, and systematic, and it cuts off all the fun. Like, I cannot watch series, I cannot watch films, I cannot listen to music, especially rap music or some bullshit new generation music. I cannot eat sugar, I cannot go out, I cannot have time to myself. There are so many restrictions, and it feels like I'm in a jail, when in fact I'm just cutting out all the things that are not essential to reach my goal. This is extreme. This is not for everybody, obviously, so you might hate me, criticize me, or whatever. But cutting all the bullshit just to clear space in my head, in my thinking, in like my day-to-day activities, is gonna help me reach really new levels. I didn't have time to think about the agency for the last months. I didn't have time to perform the maybe some creative project on really higher level. It's all about the time. And here I cleared the space in my head and the time and the energy to doing something better. Insight number 3. You can't reach new levels staying in old comfort zone. It doesn't mean you have to suffer, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay within comfort either. Some people think that in order to get to their goal, they have to suffer. You don't have to suffer. Nobody like has to suffer to get anywhere, and that was my misconception for a pretty long period of time. And then I figured out when I suffer, I just suffer, and nothing happens. That the only problem is that when you are in your comfort zone, and by that, I do not mean lying on the sofa and watching series as everybody sees that. Comfort zone means something that you are used to. When I'm used not to hire, I'm used not to hiring people for my business because this is comfortable. I'm not afraid of not like having payment at the end of the month for them. Okay, I am not afraid of new challenges. Maybe this stuff will not listen to me, will not respect me. Maybe they will steal the agency idea. Maybe they will go on like launch competitor agency that's going to be doing better than mine. There are so many things that are not comfortable about this move. But this is exactly what I mean by being out of a comfort zone. This is not about just lying on the sofa. This is about not repeating the decisions that brought you to the place you're at the moment. Okay? It's comfortable. Doing things that you're used to is comfortable. Going to the job you're used to, living with the people you used to, talking to friends you used to. It is all about comfort. But doing new things, doing things differently, or like thinking, analyzing them, is not comfort. So you cannot reach new levels without going out of comfort. Insight number 4. When traveling in chaos, sport resets you the best. Not just my words, not just words. Yesterday, I spent most of my day on the road, on a train, and when I got back to the village, I went on a run. I was exhausted, I had almost no energy, and it was hot. But when I got back, I felt so refreshed. I never tried that. Always when I headed somewhere from the road, I would eat, I would sleep, and I would still feel messy and not organized. But when I did sport, I somehow felt put together, energized, and ready for work. And people are saying this helps from jet lag, so sport helps. Another thing, I also was thinking earlier on that spending time for sport is like a waste because nobody sees that you're doing every day, right? Nobody admires that, and you're not spending time working, you're spending time just like moving your legs and arms, and it's weird. But then I saw that the more I do sports, the more productive my hours are. Even though I have less hours to work, I have more things completed in a day. Another insight. When I had so many insights today just because I had nothing else to do. I just would come up with really random thoughts and I would just write them down. Sometimes I haven't reread them before recording this, so that's why it's gonna be an interesting one in my agency's account. I'm gonna be talking about marriage. Okay. When I marry, my husband's money won't matter to me, but his potential and mindset should be wealthy. When a person is poor, he has different thinking, different lifestyle. This person is not poor with money, this person is poor with life. Wealthy people, they have just the flow of money that goes in and goes out. Like, this flow is just bigger. They earn more and they spend more. Okay, and poor people, they make like little and they like let go of little sums of money. So it's about being limited and being really close-minded and being really stiff and being really poor. Poor people cannot think big, cannot, well, they can. There is like, such an unpleasant, people are saying there is such an unpleasant moment when you are being less financially stable, like you're being poorer than your potential is. Like, you can do bigger, you can make more, you can reach more. There are like so many things in this world, and you're gonna get there, but like you are living a different reality. This is so unpleasant, and I feel like I'm in that place right now. But it's interesting that I wrote inside about marriage. I never did that on the studios, but you get the point. It's about thinking process. It's about strategy. It's about also business and agency. When I am limited in my thinking, the agency is limited. I'm trying to help myself out of this situation as much as I can. The next insight is, what is an addiction? Thinking about specific coffee, series of films, music, and working, and thinking to myself, how am I gonna survive without them? Is it an addiction? Thinking same about cake that lies there on the kitchen counter. Yes, then I have an addiction. I do have addiction to sugar, to series, to films, to music, to all this stuff, and we all do. Have you ever tried like living just one day? One day is such a little time. Have you ever tried living without dopamine? It kills you. Like, I would go around kitchen and there would be a piece of cake lying, and I just like, I used to grab something to eat, and I would grab the cake and I'm like, oh, I forgot. I don't have to eat sugar. It's not because I'm afraid that sugar is gonna like destroy my whole body immediately. It's about discipline. It's about what I can make it. And I'm like, I'll put it down and I'm like, okay, today I can make it. And then I had this thought in my head that is scary. I'm like, will I make it 100 days? Like, this cake will be expired by that time. And like, how would I survive 100 days without cake? And this thought started to scare me. But then I prohibited like myself from thinking this massively. This is hard to think long term. When you have a lot of tasks to do, when you have like big achievements, you're scared of thinking this way. You just have to think about, you have your goal. It's okay, it's there. No need to focus on that all the time. You just have to make it like one day, 1 hour at a time, and then you'll go there. It's I learned that from running. When I look at my goal for a run, I'm like, I'm gonna run 10 kilometers. But when I just run one, and then I have a second, and then I'm like, have a rest maybe, I'm like, okay, I can do the third, and then I can do like 2 more because the songs went really good, or podcast was interesting, or the road was interesting, and I'm like, okay, I'm halfway there, so let's do another one. And then you feel tired, and then you feel good again. So it's just about really, really one step at a time. And it's scary, and I wanted to switch to the next insight. Scary. The monk mode, the challenge, all scary. But what else if not this? This is a bet with 3% chance of winning. Otherwise, that would be 0% chance of winning. 3% is scary, but better. Now, it is scary for me to say that we're gonna earn $10,000 in 100 days, because we never did that before. We never earned $10,000 as an agency in 100 days. Okay, I'm being confused. I'm confused you. This is my personal goal. For the agency, I have a bit bigger goal. I'm not gonna announce that, but they are close. Now, I never did that, and it is scary. And when I'm talking to you publicly, just sitting somewhere in nature, it feels stupid and it feels weird, and it feels, I don't know, it's weird. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna fail, and it is scary. But I have like 3 miserable percent chance of winning this when I do the work, when I do the monk mode. When I'm not doing the monk mode, when I'm not doing the work, I'm like, what am I doing? Will I ever reach this goal? No. So by doing the work on the everyday basis, I distract myself from thinking about that goal, first of all. And then by doing the work on the everyday basis, I increase that percent of winning. I cannot fail if I'm working that hard. I had my friend, like, once my friend told that to me, like, you cannot just lose when you're working this hard. And when you're that creative, I'm like, yes. Yes, and I almost burst into tears. That's how deep that is. And the last insight is take actions, get lucky. These were all the insights that I had for the day, and I'll meet you tomorrow. Thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.